My name is Ashley, and I'm the Director of Development for the WSU Foundation right here in Kansas City. Like many of you, I'm a graduate of Wichita State, as well as a longtime Kansas City Shocker. It is my pleasure tonight to host you for this special Shocker update, especially for Kansas City Shockers and Northeast Kansas City Shockers, where we will hear from President Rick Muma, as well as one of our very own, Skylar Russell. In just a moment, I'm going to hand over this Kansas City Shocker Connection to President Muma. Before I do that, I'd like to invite you to register your attendance in the chat below by including your name as well as your favorite Shocker memory. You'll be entered in a drawing for some awesome door prizes, including an autographed basketball from Coach Isaac Brown. Also, I will be hanging out in the chat below if I can be of any Shocker service to you.
Hello, Kansas City area Shockers. I wanted to share an update on some recent innovations and initiatives that are helping advance Wichita State's mission and vision. To begin with, Wichita State University is thriving. Over the past year, Shocker Nation has stepped up to build solutions around the challenges created by COVID-19, and our community has banded together to support each other during this very trying time. It's because of this innovative spirit that we've been able to stay focused on our institutional goals and mission. As Kansas's only urban public research university, Wichita State is focused on three priorities: supporting families by providing an affordable education and a great student experience, supporting businesses and providing a talent pipeline that meets their needs, and supporting the economic growth and prosperity of our community. For our first priority, we're working to create an accessible, affordable, and impactful educational experience. We're in the fifth year of our enrollment plan, which has resulted in record freshman class sizes and a growing diversity in our student body. Additionally, the WSU Foundation just completed its capital campaign, raising more than $80 million in scholarships to support students. Secondly, we're laser focused on the talent pipeline, which helps our students gain valuable internships and full-time employment while also providing businesses high-quality, skilled professionals. That's one of the purposes of the Innovation Campus, where we have more than 20 companies working on our campus with our students and faculty to further this priority. Another reason for the Innovation Campus is to address our final priority, increasing the economic prosperity of our state. One way we do this is through research, and the Innovation Campus is a large part of that research objective. Overall, Wichita State has received $169 million in funded research this past year, another record. We're on our way to $200 million expected in 2023. I also want to update you on a few physical changes happening on our campus. Of course, the tulips are in bloom, and the campus is in full spring colors. Many of our students have returned for in-person classes, and the campus is brimming with life and vibrancy. But there are several other changes that are making our campus more beautiful. First, you may have heard about the state-of-the-art molecular diagnostic lab, which was created as the only first turnaround high-volume COVID-19 testing lab in the region. At full capacity, the MDL can process more than 4,500 COVID tests in a single day with a 24-hour turnaround on results. This allows for quick quarantine and treatment for those infected with the virus. While it's our hope that we're nearing the end of this crisis, the MDL has been and is an important part of keeping our state open for businesses throughout the pandemic. For the business graduates, or anyone who's taken a business or economics class, you'll be interested to know that the W. Frank Barton School of Business will be moving to the Wayne and K. Woolsey Hall, which is due to having its construction completed in 2022. The LEED certified building will be 3 levels, 125,000 square feet, and will include a bridge that will connect the Innovation Campus to our main campus. Upon completion of Woolsey Hall in late spring 2022, Clinton Hall will be repurposed as a Student Success Center, where several student services will be put together in one centralized location. The building will house initiatives that are vital to student success and retention, such as tutoring, disability services, the Shocker Support Locker, and veteran services. As we look at all of these new buildings and programs, it's clear that it's because of you and your fellow Shockers that Wichita State has been able to thrive. Your spirit, innovation, and contributions have been vital in the growth of Shocker Nation. Thank you for all that you do, and go Shockers!
It is a great time to be a Shocker, especially a Kansas City Shocker. Enrollment at Wichita State is strong. In the fall of 2020, over 15,500 students enrolled at Wichita State, which is our third highest enrollment since 2000. Wichita State is also ranked as the #1 transfer destination for the 9th year in a row in Kansas. Simply put, we are the absolute best at welcoming Shockers from other universities and community colleges in the area. I think it's also important to note that Wichita State is growing right here from Kansas City as well as Northeast Kansas. Because of the Shocker City partnership, students on both sides of the state line can receive in-state tuition at Wichita State. The Shocker City Partnership is an awesome program that provides in-state tuition from students from major metropolitan areas in Texas, Oklahoma, Colorado, Missouri, and Illinois. All students from these areas are eligible for in-state tuition, which saves them $9,200 a year in tuition and fees. With the Shocker City Partnership in place, we have had significant growth of students along the I-35 corridor. Enrollment has increased 12.9% in 2020 along the I-35 corridor, especially from Kansas City and surrounding areas. At this point, you may be asking, what does it cost to attend Wichita State these days? If you put yourself in the shoes of an incoming Kansas City Shocker in the 21-22 school year, they will need to invest nearly $25,000 before scholarships, financial aid, and family investment. Like many of you, when I see that amount, I notice a significant increase from when I was a student at Wichita State. Many of our students today have to invest so much more of their own financial resources in their college expenses because of significant state budget cuts over the last several decades. Sadly, that increasing financial burden makes it difficult for many potential Shockers to afford college. As you can see from this graph, there are many more students who apply for financial aid than we have available to support them each year. Last year, that meant that approximately 31% of potential Shockers who needed financial aid to afford their education at Wichita State came up short. One of the most remarkable ways that WSU alumni and friends can help close that gap for potential Shockers is through private, need-based scholarships. We currently have two options for creating private, need-based scholarships at Wichita State. First, WSU alumni and friends can establish fully customizable, private, named endowed scholarships with a minimum investment of $35,000. An endowed scholarship is a permanent fund that can support the Shocker students of your dreams forever. As well, WSU alumni and friends can establish fully customizable, private, named current scholarships with a minimum investment of $5,000. A current scholarship can also support the Shocker student of your dreams for a specific period of time, as long as funds are available to distribute. Both of these private scholarship options can be pledged over 5 years and can also be established with a planned gift from your estate. Now, just for Kansas City alumni and friends, we have one more very special need-based scholarship opportunity, the Kansas City Alumni Scholarship. Kansas City Alumni Scholarships are awarded to incoming Shockers who have just graduated from high school or community college transfer students with a permanent address in the Kansas City area. Over the last 3 years, the Kansas City Shockers community has awarded 39 incoming Kansas City Shockers with $36,294 in scholarships. For the upcoming 21-22 school year, the Kansas City Shockers community has already raised $18,561, and we would love to raise more. At the very end of this Kansas City Shockers Connection event, we will include information about how you can make a gift to the Kansas City Alumni Scholarship today, or connect with me about creating a private, need-based, endowed, or current scholarship. Before we move on to that closing slide, I want to turn this Kansas City Shockers Connection over to one of our very own, Skylar Russell. She graduated from Turner High School in Kansas City, Kansas, and is now a senior in biomedical engineering at Wichita State. Please join me in welcoming Skylar Russell.
Hi Kansas City alumni and friends, this is Skylar Russell, and I am super excited to tell you guys that I am going into my last year at WSU, and I am a former recipient of the Kansas City Alumni Area Scholarship. The day I found out I got the scholarship, I had no idea that it was coming. All I knew is that I'd submitted an application several months prior and hadn't heard anything since. My brother actually texted me. He's like, hey, are you free this afternoon? There's this alumni event at a bowling alley, and it was in June or July of 2018. So I was like, yeah, sure, I'll go ahead and go. So he picked me up, we went to the bowling alley, we met some of the alumni and everything. And if you guys were there the day that I received the scholarship, thank you. I probably have met some of you. But we were talking to all these alumni, and they bring everybody in, we come and eat some dinner, we've done some matches of bowling and everything, and then they go into this spiel about the WSU Alumni Scholarship, and I'm thinking in the back of my mind, like, I haven't heard from them in a little while. I'm curious to know whether I got that or not. And then they call my name up to the front and they're like, congratulations, you are a recipient of the Kansas City Alumni Scholarship. And they completely threw me off guard that day. I was not expecting it, but I was taking pictures of it, like texting my mom at home, like, oh my gosh, Mom, I got this scholarship. That's one more thing off of our checklist that we have to worry about. So it was a super exciting day. They completely caught me off guard, but in the best way possible. There are a couple of reasons that I chose to apply to WSU. First off, I had a brother who went here, so I'd been on campus a couple times and I absolutely loved the atmosphere that the campus showed. The next reason that I applied was because of the amazing financial aid opportunities that WSU offered. I didn't get any of those kind of offers from any other schools, so that was really a massive benefit to me, especially being in a family where we have 6 people, 4 kids. College is expensive, so that was really a driving factor for me to apply for WSU. And then lastly, I applied because of the biomedical engineering program. It's the only school in the state of Kansas who has an official accredited biomedical engineering program, so that was really the last driving force that had me apply here. The biggest thing that I really like to brag about to my family at home is the awesome labs that I get to play in pretty much every day for my classes. Over in the John Bardo Center, formerly known as the Experiential Engineering Building, there's a couple different classes that I have over there in like the different computer labs and different biomechanics and simulating labs. And those are so awesome and so fun to get to play in. I get to come home and brag to my parents. So that's pretty awesome. And that's one thing that I really love about the campus is the amount of hands-on that I get here. COVID and the pandemic definitely did make it hard, especially when this started last year in March. I had just gotten a brand new RA position, was super excited, had met my residents and everything, and then 2 months later, everything goes away in less than 24 hours. I was lined up for this internship that I have now. I was lined up for some summer research camps, and all of those opportunities went out the door as soon as COVID started. So it was a hard summer. I moved back home. I know all of my other friends and many other residents in Shocker Hall had to move home. I was working at Walmart full time, just trying to make some money to get by and to save to pay for school this semester. And finally, when I got back here in the fall semester, things really started changing for the better. About half my classes have been in person both semesters. The other half were online. And for example, this semester I'm working that internship now and I'm still an RA. So even though COVID-19 and the pandemic was very hard, it actually ended up turning out for the better for me. I got the internship that I wanted. It might have been delayed, but we still got it. The online classes, even though some of them may be a little bit harder, have really benefited my ability to be able to work more work hours in the 8 to 5 time span, and has really helped me grow closer almost to my friends and family. I definitely have met some lifelong friends. So my boyfriend actually, my boyfriend of a year, his father is actually a WSU alumni from the Kansas City area. And we met each other last year due to my job as an RA. So he's definitely something that has been a light this last year on campus. This is the boyfriend. Did you need to give me your key?
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, his dad was in the Alumni Foundation, and apparently he was at that event that I received the scholarship at. Both him and his dad was.
Oh yeah, that was good.
So thank you again, Kansas City alumni and friends. Whether you donated to the scholarship or whether you're just a close partner with WSU, I know I really appreciate it, and I thank you on behalf of myself and many others at WSU. So don't forget to leave a comment below saying that you watched this video and to be entered for a raffle.
Please be in touch if I can be of any Shocker service to you at all. And if you'd like to make a donation tonight to the Kansas City Alumni Scholarship, please follow the directions on the screen or reach out to me for assistance.